The average person will spend 6 years of their life dreaming. 6 years. Not napping, not resting, dreaming. Fully immersed in hallucinated worlds with characters, conflict, fear, even physical sensation, none of which exist. And after decades of brain scans, sleep labs, and Nobel-level neuroscience, we still can't agree on why. Every night, something strange happens inside your skull. Your body goes still, your eyes start darting back and forth beneath closed lids, and your brain, the same organ that's supposedly resting, lights up with activity that in some regions looks almost identical to being awake. This is REM sleep, and it's where almost all of your dreaming happens. But here's the part that should bother you. Evolution doesn't usually keep things around for no reason. Every trait that costs energy and doesn't help you survive tends to get deleted, generation after generation. Yet dreaming has survived, across humans, across most mammals, across hundreds of millions of years. So either dreaming is doing something critical, or it's one of the strangest evolutionary leftovers we've never properly explained. The most popular modern theory is that dreams are your brain's filing system. During the day, you absorb thousands of fragments, conversations, faces, anxieties, half-formed ideas. At night, your brain allegedly sorts through that mess, deciding what to keep, what to discard, and what to file into long-term memory. Some studies back this up. People who get more REM sleep tend to perform better on memory tasks the next day. Lab animals show replayed neural patterns during sleep that match patterns from earlier that day, like the brain is literally replaying its own footage. It's a clean theory, tidy, almost comforting. But it doesn't explain why your filing system would need to show you a flying car, or your childhood home with the wrong number of doors, or a dead relative giving you driving directions. Here's a darker possibility. Some researchers argue dreaming exists to rehearse danger. The theory goes that for most of human history, our ancestors were surrounded by real, constant threats, predators, rival tribes, starvation. Dreaming may have evolved as a kind of nightly simulator, letting the brain practice fear and escape without any real-world risk. It would explain something curious. Across cultures, across ages, across centuries of recorded dreams, being chased is one of the single most common dream themes on Earth. Not flying, not falling, being hunted. If your brain built itself a training ground for survival, this is almost exactly what you'd expect it to look like. But not everyone agrees dreaming means anything at all. A more uncomfortable theory suggests dreams are simply noise, the byproduct of your brainstem firing essentially at random during REM sleep, while your forebrain scrambles to make sense of the chaos. Under this model, the story of your dream isn't the point. It's an afterthought, a narrative your brain bolts on after the fact, the same way it instantly invents excuses for decisions made by instinct alone. In other words, maybe there is no message. Maybe you're not supposed to understand it. Maybe the meaning was never there to begin with. Only the appearance of meaning, manufactured after the lights came on. Here's what makes this stranger than most evolutionary puzzles. We don't just dream. We forget almost everything we dream. Most dreams vanish within minutes of waking, like the brain is actively trying to erase the evidence. If dreaming were purely functional, pure memory filing, pure threat rehearsal, why would the experience itself need to disappear? Unless forgetting is the function. Unless the value isn't in what you dream, but in the simple act of running the process, like a computer defragmenting a hard drive overnight, with no need for the user to ever see the file names. So which is it? A filing cabinet? A survival simulator? Random static dressed up as meaning? Right now, no single theory fully explains everything we know about dreaming, and some of the best sleep researchers on Earth will tell you, off the record, that we're still mostly guessing. What we do know is this. Every single night, for roughly a third of your existence, your brain builds entire worlds, populates them with people who feel real, generates fear and joy and grief you didn't ask for, and then deletes almost all of it before you even open your eyes. 6 years of your life, spent somewhere your conscious mind will never fully remember. So I'll ask you the same question scientists are still arguing about. When you dream, is your brain trying to tell you something? Or is it just talking to itself? Let me know what you think in the comments.